Jai Naman Vishwaram Sakshit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vadamanam Vishwaram Sakshit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vadamanam Namam Vishwaram Sakshit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vadamanam Yashoda Lokalandavamanam Paramishtamachanto Yojagoka Yashoda Lokalandavamanam Paramishtamachanto Yojagoka Sudam Pramuhunetra Ikman Vidantam Karamudayok Mena Sangakanekam Muswatakam Patri Ekatadantam Sitajavam Damodar Swaram Sakshi Anandarupam Rasatundalam Gokule Balamana Namo Devande Damodar Ananda Vishnu Vasina Pavoluka Jarabhimata Dipedista Vishante Dinam Vatanu Vihani Samama Jamesha Nidisya Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare जय श्री दामोदर भगवान के, श्री रुक्मिणी द्वारकाधीश भगवान के, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी के, श्री गणेश के, जय प्रेमानंद।
So we continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 17, text number 7. Aharastapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priyam yadvastapastatadam tesham vidamimam aharastapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priyam yadvastapastatadam tesham vidamimam aharastapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priyam tesham vidamimam Translation. Even the food each person prefers is of the three kinds according to the three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities, and charity. Now hear of the distinctions between them, purport by Srila Prabhupada. In terms of different situations in the modes of material nature, there are three differences in the manner of eating and performing sacrifices, austerities, and charities. They are all not conducted on the same level. Those who can understand analytically what kind of performances are in what mode of material nature are actually wise. Those who consider all kinds of sacrifice of food or charity to be the same cannot discriminate, and they are foolish. They are notionally workers who advocate that one can do whatever he likes and attain perfection. But these foolish guides are not acting according to the direction of the scripture. They are manufacturing ways and misleading the people in general. Om Magyana Timirandasya Yana Vijana Shalakaya Chakshurudam Dena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shiva Shri Guru Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the continuation of the verse that we read yesterday, where Lord Krishna is answering the question that was asked by Arjuna in the first verse. The question was, what about those who worship without any scriptural direction, who worship according to their whims? Are they immoral goodness? Are they immoral passion or immoral ignorance? So here, the Lord is explaining that even the food that people eat, different types of foodstuffs can be in the mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Sacrifices also, they can be performed in mode of passion, also in mode of ignorance. So then he will explain further on what are the results of these different yajnas. Because in this world, everyone is covered by these three gunas. Krishna says, Tribir Gunamai Bhavair Epi Sarvam Idam Jagat. That is chapter 7, text number 14. That the whole world is covered by these three gunas. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. And he said, Epi Sarvamidam Jagat Mohitam Nabijanati Mamibhya Param Avyayam. And they do not know me as the Supreme Representative Parent, who is Avyayam, above the three modes of material nature or inexhaustible. And then the next verse he explained, Tribir Gunamai Bhavair Epi Sarvam Idam. No. But the Yesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratya. That this, the material energy that we are dealing with is divine and is working under his direction. And that those who surrender unto him, they can easily cross beyond it. So these verses, you'll find this in the Bhagavad Gita, also in chapter 2. There the Lord tells Arjuna that when your mind has gone beyond the fruitive language of the Vedas, and when your mind is concentrated in self-realization, you will have attained divine consciousness. That propels Arjuna to ask a question: what are the symptoms of someone who has become transcendental? What is his language? How does he speak? How does he sit and how does he walk? And then in the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he explains that Arjuna is not talking about sitting. He's not talking about really walking or talking. What he's saying or what he wants to know, is how does a person who has transcended these three gunas, how does he react when he comes in contact with the object of the senses? Does he remain dull and inert like Jadu Bharat, or does he try to enjoy the object of the senses? So in that way here, the food that we eat also will be attractive to us according to our situation within the three gunas. The Vedas explain that there are two principal factors in our existence. One is Vashana, means inclinations, and Ruchi means the taste. So our taste and inclinations are due to our samskaras, previous samskaras. So when we come in contact with the object of our senses, we will be attracted. If there is more goodness, that attracts us. If we are more goodness, if we are more passion, the things more passion, they will attract us. Just like Prabhupada, during his time, he used to observe devotees. When he came to any temple, he was observant. So he would walk around, like in this temple where it was a path, you can walk around here. Prabhupada would walk around and he was looking at things. In some place, he noticed that he smelled unclean toilet. There was a stench coming from the toilet as he was passing. He didn't say anything. After going through the corner, he stopped and said, "Tell me, did you observe anything?" And then he noticed. He said, "No." He said, "You didn't smell anything as we were going around, no?" He said, "We are all the same guna. We just passed a toilet that was smelling. You could smell as you passed by, but you didn't smell." Certain qualities will react differently in contact with the qualities that are opposite. If you are not goodness, when you meet someone or something in goodness, there is no reaction because you are of the same quality. But when you are not goodness, coming in contact with Rajakuntamugun immediately, you become repelled. You can't really relate to anything or any food stuff that is in your passion, Rajakuntamugun. Because that quality is not there. He said, since you didn't sense that there is a dirty toilet as we pass, it means we have the same quality. Prabhupada gave an example. When water comes in contact with water, there is no reaction. But you bring fire to water, there is reaction. Because the fire is of another quality, and the water is of different quality. So in a similar way, ignorance with ignorance, no reaction. There is happiness in our ignorance. Passion in passion, there is no reaction. There is happiness in our passion. Goodness and goodness, no reaction. So that is why you find that different people, when they come in contact, there is always a friction. Because they don't share same qualities. Yes. So this is very important. So therefore, in Bhagavad Gita you find these three gunas, they come out in many chapters. Chapter 2, also you find three gunas. Chapter 3, chapter 4, all the chapters. Up to the end, you'll find that the demons of material nature are discussed. Arjuna is asking questions and Krishna explains. So in a similar way, in this chapter, it explains also how our yagyas can be also in passion, can be also in Sattvagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun, and how a yaga is performed in Tamagun and Rajagun. And then about Rajagun, he explains that the only yaga that is beneficial is the one that is performed in Sattvagun, without motives. Whereas yagas performed in Tamagun, Rajagun, they are beneficial because they are performed with some motives not to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that way, the idea here is how these three gunas, the modes, are binding and how we imbibe them through eating and many activities that we are engaged in. So that way, our activities, if they are in mode of ignorance, they result into us coming back and being bound in this material nature. If our activities are in mode of passion, it says that one comes back to the earth again. But with the mode of goodness, it goes down to Rasatala, Mahatala, Talatala, lower planets. Those who are in mode of passion, they come back here on earth. And those who leave this world engaged in Sattvagun, they go up to Swargaroka, Janaloka, higher planets. So that way, the understanding is that the binding force to the material world is Rajagun and Damodar. That is explained also in the teachings of Patanjali Rishi, Yoga Sutra, that even our mind, we experience distress. There is a mental state where we feel distressed, disturbed, a mental state where we feel bewildered. Arjuna was going through all these different mental states. And he says, Krishna, I cannot hold my Kandiva bow, my hair is standing on end. And then there's a mental state where we feel that our mind is unstable. And then Patanjali explains that it's because of Rajagun and Tamagun. And then when one practices yoga, whether it be Bhakti Yoga or Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, it has to help us to rise above Rajagun and Tamagun. Just like, for example, this is explained by Krishna, also in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text number 41. Vyavashayatmika buddhi, yogeha purnandana. He says that those who are on this path, meaning the path of devotion, they are resolute in purpose. So in the same way, in the teachings of Patanjali, he uses the same word. And Krishna says, Ekagrata, Ekaha Purnandana. Patanjali says, Ekagrata is the state when the mind is concentrated. Krishna says, the mind that is resolute, it's the same thing. That is due to the presence of the mode of goodness in one's existence. He feels at ease. When there's a problem, he doesn't get too hyped up. He remains calm and be able to think through the problem instead of emotionally becoming more involved. So that's when the mind is more concentrated. It means that person is beginning to be dominated by Sattvagun. And then after that state, and then it rises to Nirodha, the state of mind that is completely controlled, steady in any situation. So that is why the modes of material nature are mentioned here in different chapters of the Bhagavad. So here the Lord will be explaining about the yagyas, the mode of passion, yagya, the mode of goodness, and yagya, the mode of ignorance. Charity, giving more of goodness, charity, giving more of passion, and more of ignorance. What are the benefits? What are the results? So that we, from that one question that was asked by Arjuna, the Lord spoke this whole chapter. Because Arjuna, after hearing about the demons in chapter 16, he wanted to know what is the worship of these type of people who are not surrendered to the Supreme, who don't follow the scriptures. Are they worshipping out of goodness, passion, or ignorance? So this is the answer that the Lord gave by explaining even how different foodstuffs that we are attracted to, or the foodstuffs that we consume can also be within the 3 modes of material. In other words, these 3 modes of material nature, 3 modes, were created. Actually, they make up, according to the teachings of yoga, they make up the ingredients of creation. It's just like when you bake bread or cake, you put, what is it? There was something when I was young called baking powder. You mix it in the flour so that the flour rises. The old Mataji's, they know what I'm talking about. The young ladies don't know what I'm talking about. Because now you don't bake cakes, but when, nowadays mothers baked. So there's something that you add called baking powder, so your cake becomes fluffy and nice. So the 3 modes of material nature are like that. I like the baking powder of this universe. So that your life can become what you desire according to how you have imbibed these 3 modes of material nature. Certain things will attract you, and other people will not be attracted. Certain things that attract other people, they may not be attracted to you. So because of the differences in our situation in the 3 modes of material nature. But practice of devotional service or any yoga is supposed to purify our mind from the influence of the 3 modes of material nature. And then when we come to Ekagrata, or the state where Krishna says the mind becomes resolute, that's a state when devotional service or spiritual practices become very easy and very enriching. So in that way, the 3 modes of material nature can be binding, but at the same time, they can be a cause of liberation. This is what is discussed in these chapters. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki. Grandpa Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There is a mosque nearby here.
Yeah?
You are in a holy dump.
Yeah, everywhere.
Just across.